To Craig Curtis. Curtis, an overhead mark. He'll buy this video. He doesn't know too many overhead. Runs on beautiful disposal. Kemp, best on ground. By a mile. Great effort running on Curtis, running through.
Can he get that? Ah, perfect. Got my target.
Tell me about that bloke, Michael.
Yeah. On the opposing wing. Goes forward. Good mark by Curtis. Craig Curtis, that was.
Could play.
Yeah, could play. Couldn't kick, but could play. He got the ball.
Yep, FERRET.
He's probably the heaviest tag person I've ever seen, I reckon.
Really? Yep.
He'd gather possession after possession, all hard ball gets.
Up forward. Curtis in there, gets the ball out. Jimmy Sharp with the ball, tries to centre it up.
Where do you want me to go?
Yeah, so he's got you, so.
I think.
FERRET is an
How you going, Sheree?
outstanding player as well and a top lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was in Tumby for 96, 97 with me, and he was a teacher at Cummins Area School with me.
Tough play.
Well, she's hotting up a bit here, Frank. The boys are really going in at the moment. Good to see for a grand final.
Thing about Braden Sutton, he's got a few injuries. Maybe that's why he came off. Very good footballer.
Yes, I don't know the situation there.
Good taps. Got him thinking down Ashley Warner. Ash straight through. Oh, Craig Curtis has got it. Good hand pass.
McCramer has a look. Chips it to the teeth of goal. Girardi uses the body ring and he's sent it through.
It's a goal.
It's a goal, you beauty.
He nudged Flogger out. Could have been in the back. Flogger had been a full forward. It might have been there, but well done, Clint Girardi. Good experience for a young guy.
Exceptional work, Girardi.
So we got to know each other pretty well. He's a funny bastard and a good lad and a very good footballer. Yep. Like Maggot, in and under.
Yep. Great.
Yep.
Him and Cody had a good relationship. Him and Cody worked together for years.
Right.
Yeah, in the centre square.
Yep.
They're a great team.
Code's still in for Tumby Bay. Both right go up for it. Curtis gets the ball, kicks it forward. Looking for Sam Reed. Can't quite get it, but he kicks it forward. He's going to get the shepherd while Darcy Lunn picks it up. Good handball there. Bit of a wayward kick, but Primey seems to be able to find it. He looked to have passed off, but he's kicked himself another goal.
Who were you talking about there?
Brian Code.
Yep.
Craig and Brian Code had a great relationship on ball for years.
Tumby got the big guns in the square. Mackinnon.
Oh, Cody takes it out of the air. Handball to Curtis on the left.
Gary Cretton.
Looking for Pedamonte, yes, off the deck. McFarlane chips in. Beautiful handball, Lahane again to Code on the left. Looking for Girardi, not quite there. Could have been a free kick, no, none forthcoming. But it's been picked up.
Brian was in his wedding, all that sort of stuff, so they're good mates. And they work together amazingly. And they did that at Great Flinders level, and they did that at Eyre Peninsula level as well.
I think he's expecting a bit of a rough and tumble start. Code in the ruck, taps. Curtis picks off.
Curtis again. Out the shimmer.
Fantastic
off the
hands. Shimmer off the ground.
Good experience there off the ground from the square.
The race is on. Code, shepherded by Griffiths. Code picks up, goes to left, round the corner.
And it's Flogger Pedler in front. Great strength, the boy from Port Adelaide, under 19. Why do they call him Flogger, I wonder, but still.
Where'd they pick him up from?
They would have played 8 years of EP, I'd say. Brian would have played 15 years of Mortlock Shield, 14 years as a player, something like that.
Yeah.
Craig wouldn't be far off.
Flogger Pedler. James has dipped in there. The long kick out. Where are the Rambler runners? There's Pig Dog. Pig Dog's at it. The Fizzer's with him. Come on, Pig Dog. Rip his head off. Go, Pig Dog.
Oh, Curtis. Great visitor, Curtis.
The EP player, Curtis.
Oh, Zimmerman, fantastic work to make front position.
Can kick, Craig. That was a good kick.
Boundary thrown on the wing by Trigon Wedge sign. Thanks, Robert. Craig Curtis. Oh, funny kick.
That'll bounce over his head. Thank you.
Well, when you get 40 a game, I guess you can bugger up a few of them.
Scoring. Anyway, Phelps again. That's his third tap.
Great hands. Curtis gets through a lot of traffic.
Obviously, Curtis, pretty famous name, Tumby, as far as footy club goes.
Ball spills free. Brad Clawton at the back with a big kick out to the centre. Both Curtis brothers there in the centre. Didn't know which one was going to take it. Michael's got it now. Back across. There's Fleming coming through. Playing a reasonable game, and there's Tyson Cross on his own. 60 out. Nothing coming forward. They chip in close to Paul Jefferson. Normally got a pretty good leg, so if nothing comes, he probably fancy himself from here. Umpire's blowing time on, lining up the mark. Seems to have been a strong wind down there in the goals. You have to aim to the left. Comes in, left leg, pops it up there. Falling short, no. Just snuck over the line.
You probably start your juniors, I'm guessing in the early 80s, around about that timeline.
Yeah, it's a junior, I think, and minis. Yeah, I was lucky enough in the minis to grow up. I played with like Sean Wellman.
Yep. Went on to play for the Bombers. Or started with Adelaide Crows. Yeah. And on to the Bombers.
Righto, and here we're tossing up the ball for the mini league game. Pack scrambles. Mark quickly gets it out to no avail. Yes, too high tackle. It's his free kick. It's a long kick by Richter deep into the forward lines. Where no, he's dropped it. Number 6. And that's Butler's free kick. David Butler, one of the top goal kickers this year. He's kicked a whole bag of goals. Lines up. Should get this without any troubles. It's a good kick. Straight through the middle. Good goal. Good start to the Tumby Bay Mini League. Undefeated so far this year. Haven't lost a game.
In my class at school, actually, Sean Wellman, Nick Pesh, sort of 2 guys. Both those lads played for the Crows.
Yeah.
Nick went and played for Melbourne, I think, after that.
Yep.
Nobody can mark it. It's down now.
And Nicholas Pesh has a touch of the ball.
Neither of the players can get it out. Umpire throws it up again. Nicholas Thorpe jumps high. Won the tap.
Stevie Rustin comes out with the ball, but the umpire calls him back.
He was tripped.
Nicholas Pesh is going to have a kick.
Fine player for United.
Yeah, it's come into playing mini coach at Tumby Bay. I think we were highly successful at the time. To have Greg Josiah's coaching. And
yeah, GT, what a legend.
He coached a lot of, probably the best coach, most successful coach Tumby Bay's ever had, I reckon. His history would probably reflect, but...
he would have had that small man mentality. Might have helped you.
Yeah, no, listen, it's one of those things, grow up in that space, and back in that sort of era, that was really competitive. Lots of numbers, lots of kids coming out to training, and nothing was taken for granted. Like, you weren't given games, it was, you missed, and so yeah, it was a bit of a, as a kid, we lost a lot of kids that sort of fell away, and for those kids that stuck at it, it created a bit of resilience there, which was I don't know if it's probably one of our biggest issues at the moment, as any club, as any
holding on to the juniors.
Yeah, is that resilient?
Whether it be employment or, whatever reason, we don't seem to be able to hang on to them, and they go to town for employment opportunities, and we don't have many farms.
As a small town that we are, it's it's a retainment of those kids is vital, and just creating a space where they're comfortable and.
Good form, was he? Did you make stumps?
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
We don't have industry, so we don't have those sorts of...
That's a good segue to your, like you play your junior grades, you fast forward to that, you probably even before you play senior football, you're heading off to schooling in town and then to uni for your, you get your teacher's degree, and You don't really. Well, tell us a bit about that first in Adelaide. I think you were aligned with West Adelaide at the time. Played a bit of.
Yeah, I went and did a pre-season at West, and I was living with the Mellors in Adelaide, so I sort of got invited out to train, and yeah, it's one of those things back in that era. So Port Adelaide, we were at Port Adelaide sort of space at the time, and they didn't take kindly to that very much, and they said, oh, you need to come out and train with us, and I had a little bit of issue with that. I really hadn't had much to do with Port Adelaide as a junior, and I was keen to play where I was playing. I did the whole pre-season, played all the trials, and yeah, got to sort of game day week one, and Port said no, unless there was obviously a transfer of money, and West weren't prepared to do that. And yeah, so I as a 17-year-old had the whole year off. So I didn't play footy for that whole year. I found it really frustrating and disappointing, and yeah, it's one of those things that I didn't at the time. I didn't think, I didn't think I was going to play footy again, to be honest with you. It wasn't something that was high on my radar, and that was going to be the end of it for me. So. Yeah.
Well, looking from afar, like you're obviously living in Adelaide, you're keeping an eye on what's happening in Tumby. Your little brother's coming through the ranks in Michael Maggot. You see a couple of losing grand finals, 91, 93. And then as a kid, Michael, 16, 17-year-old, plays in the 95 Premiership. You must have been pretty proud of him and his achievements for that year.
Yeah, it was a lot of my involvement with that was from a distance. Obviously, I was in Adelaide, and just hearing what Dad was sort of filtering through. I didn't talk to Michael very much. He was only like 17, like you said. It's interesting. I actually didn't watch a game that whole year, but to hear all the feedback, there's pretty good footy side, and they're going really well, and just some of the names that were sort of talking about, and I got an opportunity to come back for the grand final, not knowing too much about it really, and I think the first sort of minute, I think the ball's come down in the forward lines, Michael's come through and picked it up and involved with the score. It's like the first score of the game, and I was like, oh shit, wow, they're up and about here. And
they really haven't got much method there. They come in towards the wing position. Again, the ball is in the middle of play. Someone's get taken very high, and he's taking the Tumby Bay man will take the free kick right in the centre of the ground.
Young Curtis.
He gives the hand pass off out to looks like Whittaker. Well, sorry, goes to Whittaker now. Whittaker comes in towards the centre forward. He goes in long, looking for the big full force, gets flat, and after the bang, and bang, that's he definitely got hit. And Rexy Whittaker will be a bit sorry for that one, but a free kick downfield will be played right in the goal square there, and Tumby Bay looked like they're going to get a first.
Looks like Girardi, I think, will take this.
They come in about a 45 degree over 10 metres out, and the ball goes up, and that's a goal. And Tumby Bay level the scores here at Cummins Oval.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Yeah, I guess my memory of my little brother was very different than what I was seeing out on the footy fields.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
He'd grown up, and yeah, he was ready to play, and certainly earned his spot.
Yeah. So you then come back to Tumby the year after, 96. I think. I'm not sure whether Tumby even made the finals that year, but obviously lost some pretty good players. And tell us about first year you come back home. Was it good to be back home, or do you think that? And you got a teacher's posting back here?
Yeah, no, I didn't get a placement straight away. I was going to do some relief teaching, and when I came home, I had no real
vision or
illusions on what I wanted to do. I was getting some phone calls. I was playing footy the year before, Flinders Park in the SAFA, and Ronnie Fuller was my coach actually.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Ex-Woodville and...
Yeah, exceptional coach actually. He sort of, really got the best out of me. It was one of those things that... I look back now and probably had the biggest impact on me as a player. To play underneath him, he was recruited Flinders Park to be the centreman, to be the coach, to be the captain. And he threw me in there and he said, right. And so the instruction was pretty clear and the direction was pretty clear. We were fit. So it was one of those things that sort of look back now and I think, yeah, biggest impact. So when I came home, Ron was ringing me up and saying, you're coming back, I want you back, you're going to come and play, like we've got a good side. They actually went on and won the flag in 1996 and I said, no, listen Ron, I'm going to stay. He goes, well I want you to come back, I'm going to coach in the SNFL very soon. I want you to come and have a crack at it. And, but I made a choice and I said, no, it's not for me. And I stayed here and I guess the rest is history.
Yeah. So, well, just on that, so 96, 97, 98, no success, I don't think, even a grand final there. But 99, pretty special year for the club, get some good recruits.
Are we on? Bounce down. Fizzo taps to
Nagel.
Kicks
out
to
wide. They're all kicking the break. Curtis, they obviously like him.
This Nagel bloke's a good player for us.
I'd heard no one like Ferret, but they're all kicking to him. Great kick over to Peter Griffiths.
Switch to play. Beautiful
good disposal. Michael Code leads well. Plenty of movement in tummy forward lines. Off to Wang.
We're up and about and ultimately win that premiership against old foes Ramblers. So that would have been a pretty awesome year and pretty special to get a premiership with your home club.
Yeah, it was. It was. It was a lot of hard work, as probably reiterating what you're saying. I guess Stevie is 96, 97, 98. We banged away and sort of it got to the stage where it was like it was us versus them, and so my mentality in that was just to be better, like get better, be better. If it's going to have to be me.
Far too important to kick this one. Right on the siren. Curtis,
he's got it.
Strelly. Magnificent, that brings the
and he's happy.
Right time.
Fist to the air. Oh, Simmons run through Guy Nagel. There's a bit of feeling
10
there.
goal 6 to 7 goal 9.
So yeah, sort of changed my mindset a little bit. 98, I remember, it was sort of a bit of a spot for me. I said, right, I'm going to make a choice here. I'm going to have a real crack or I'm not. And so yeah, big pre-season, big effort. Get fit and get proper fit, stop wasting time and so took that step. Brian Code was around, so it was sort of, for me, it was like him and I, and we sort of made that decision to move forward. If we're going to be, it's going to be you and I. And
yep, that was Richardson. Well done.
Throw in.
Big Hughes gets the tap. Oh, it's gone to Curtis.
Curtis great work. McInerney, there's the bloody engine room for Tumby Bay. Chips forward, looking for a lead.
99 came around and it was interesting. Like we had an influx of players. Got a brand new coach. It was like re-energised a little bit, and I guess for me, without knowing it at the time, but looking back now, probably Kyle Atkinson was one of those guys that changed the way we played footy and changed the way I played footy a little bit. Talking with him and working with him, exceptional player, exceptional person for me. It was one of those things that sort of a crossroads. We were going to go either way, and it's interesting how you get one person in or two or three people in, and bang, all of a sudden we're a premiership contender, and we got in there and we're lucky enough to win it. So.
Complemented by a couple of really good juniors, Michael Code, about to embark on a career with Sturt. Your brother Michael had already gone to Sturt. Southern boys, kids of that ilk that certainly complemented, the likes of Zimmer and Kyle and Timley Haynes. So that's No, it's no surprise that you won the '99 premiership. You know, with that influx of quality into the team. So.
Yeah, it's a funny one, Steve. Like, it's about '99, probably 2000. I look back now, and probably we had a better side in 2000.
Yep.
I think we went through, and you have to jog my memory if I'm wrong, but I think we won the prelim or the second semi by 10 goals or something.
Amazing.
And I think we lost the grand final by 10 goals, like a 20-goal turnaround. And for me, that's 100% a mindset thing. And yeah, I don't know what went wrong. It's something that doesn't sit really well with me. But yeah, to go into a grand final, hot favourites like we were, and yeah, it just didn't work, didn't happen, and to lose that, yeah, that was probably one that really hurts a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, not to discount the quality of the opposition though. Like Cougars obviously had some, you know, they had the Phelps boys that had Guy Baggs who shared the, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he shared the Mail Medal with Brian that year. With you, sorry. I think Brian was maybe 99 actually, yeah, so you're right there. So yeah, well done to yourself, and you went on to win another one, 203 or 4?
Pardon?
Your second Mail Medal, 203 or 204?
5.
So 5, so from a personal viewpoint, a good year for you, but ultimately you want to win premierships, and you know, Cougars were just a little bit better on the day.
Yeah, they're a good side, like you said. They recruited really well, and yeah, it's interesting, like you say. Like, I think we had their measure during the year, and we had their measure at Angara, I think it was, in the second semi-final, and yeah, it's one of those games that yeah, you walk away thinking we're on here, we're right, and Zimmo is big for us, and yeah, some of those guys, and I remember, I don't know if this is too personal, but I remember driving back, Kyle and I went to footy together in the morning, and we drove back together that night, and Kyle was sitting in the back, Kyle Axton that is, sitting in the back seat, and I remember talking to him on the way home, and he went really quiet, and I looked back and he was quite upset, and I said, Wang, you're right, and he said, mate, I've got many of these, and this might have been my last opportunity, and I don't know what's next, and yeah, another sort of moment in time for me. I was going to play forever.
Yeah.
I was at the time, I think I was 24, 25, something like that. 25. I was going to play forever, and I was talking with a guy that I held in high regard, and he was reaching the end of his.
Yep.
And I didn't even realise, because when you're in a team, I guess you don't really see that or don't feel that, because we're all the same age, we're all doing the same thing, and yeah, it was a big reality check for me. And I spoke to him later about it, and he said, yeah, I think he was 34 or 35 at the time. I can't remember, and yeah, I guess from then on, I think I made a choice, I made a decision that
play every game like it's your last.
Every game is my last, and don't take stuff for granted.
Just starting to get a little bit tired now, being one short for most of the game. Kick out by Forster, intercepted by Ferret Curtis. He'll play on quick, looking inboard for young Sean Letton.
Those guys, Wang, Zimmer, they move on, so I think they're gone by 201, or I think the next grand final Tumby Bay, and Ramblers up at Lock. Very hot day, 203. No, 203. Yeah. 203. And then, so you're left with probably a younger group. You know, you got Ringo still there, Flemo, like a young Flemo. You had a couple more recruits, but you're probably always going to be up against it, against a pretty formidable Ramblers team.
In 03? Yeah, it was Ricky Clark. I remember Ricky.
I think he was half injured.
And there was a couple of guys got some injections in before the game, and yeah, I know in hindsight, a lot of the guys saw that, and I don't know if we went. It was an interesting one, Steve. I think I'll go back a little bit. The prelim final, we played E United, I think, out at Karku. Yep. I think that year, and it was wet. and it was boggy, and they were hot favourites. They
had a good team.
I don't think they were really going to be meant to be playing in a prelim final. I think they expected to beat Ramblers in the second semi-final, and we played them out at Karku, small oval, and we banged away and banged away. There was a big injury early, and I thought, oh, we're on here, but it was a battle, and I don't remember ever feeling sore, but after that game I remember feeling really, really sore, and I looked around the change rooms after the game, and yeah, there was some spent guys. Ricky Clark was one of them. He was really great. He was great for us on the wing that whole year, and more like Shield player, and yeah, and I looked around, I thought, oh, I don't know. It's cliche like you say, but I felt that we played our grand final then, and then we rocked up at Lock the week after, and blowing from the north, it was like 40 degrees, and I thought, wow, this is not gonna suit us very well at all. And sure enough, they were fresh, and yeah, they were just, yeah, at the end of the day, they were just too strong, too fresh, too strong for us on the day.
Once again, correct me if I got my facts wrong, but Troy Desfontaines coached that year?
2003, yeah.
You are appointed in 2004?
Yeah.
How did that come about? How did you get that opportunity? It was something you wanted, or the club come to you?
I certainly didn't want it. I was, like I said, I think I was 25 years old, and
still concentrating on your football first.
I thought I wasn't ready for it. I thought I was.
Bit green, bit inexperienced.
No, I didn't. It wasn't on my agenda of things I wanted to do. Brick Laurie was president at the time. He come and saw me at home. I think it was probably in February, to be honest with you. I was late for appointing coaches. I don't know what happened with Troy. I don't know if they happened early or late, or I'm not sure. But Brick come and saw me, Andrew Laurie come and saw me and said, I want you to coach. And I said, Brick, it's February. Like, we can't recruit anyone. Like, what do you want me to do? And he goes, I want you to coach. I know it's not great, but I want you to do it. And I said, let me think about it. I need to think about it. And he said, right, think about it, but like, you need to decide pretty quick, but I want you to do it. I want you to be captain, and I want you to coach. I don't want anyone else. I want you to be in charge. And yeah, it was pretty confronting. And yeah, so ultimately history shows that I said, yeah, okay, I'll have a crack. And so I did it, jumped in. It was difficult for me, and it really affected me in lots of different ways, and I didn't have the greatest year.
So it affected your football personally, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Emotionally, mentally, probably a little bit physically too. It was taxing. It was a big job for a kid. And
who was your support staff, like your co-coaches?
Listen, John Southern. He was there. He was the perpetual manager. I couldn't have done anything without him. He was sensational. He was a father figure for me. He was enormous. I think I talked to him every second day, to be honest with you. His knowledge, his understanding, his support, and his connection or relationship he had with the players and the club was invaluable to me. And yeah, I can't thank him enough for that at all.
Without knowing the ladder position in 2004, it's probably fair to say that not that he made the finals or not. But
yeah, we played finals. Yeah, we actually finished second.
Okay.
We finished second and went out in straight sets.
Yeah, okay.
To be honest with you, embarrassing side, but we did finish second. So
that's a good achievement itself this year, and shows that Tumby were there or thereabouts for a long period of time. 2005, obviously, personal point of view, another Mail Medal. How did that season go in your second year at it? Do you think that you learned a lot from him first year?
Yeah, much better. It was good. John Hunt, I think, came into the team. We recruited better. It was a bit more time, a bit more, I guess, consideration about where we want to be and what we want to do, who we wanted to add. So that was good. I changed the president, which was a little bit more difficult. I didn't feel that I had the support that I had the year before.
Okay.
There was sort of rumours about, we need some change, we need to do this. So that was sort of in the back of my mind while we're going through the year. But like anything, Steve, I don't think about that at the time. It was like we go from week and then we go to the next week and we go to the next week. And I think, like I said, and I go back to what I said before, the Southo was a great one for me. It was like, right, this is what we need to achieve, and we do that, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. So we'll do that well, and then we'll do that, and then we'll do that. So to sort of centre me a little bit, that was inspirational from his point of view.
So the team itself, I mean, they're up against a pretty formidable, Rounders are on a bit of a roll. I think they win probably 4 or 5 premierships, I think, in a row. So, not an easy gig to sort of confront them come finals time. And then come down to 205, the club are looking for a different direction, different vision. Was that confronting for you, challenging? What were your emotions?
Yeah, it really was. I guess I felt a little bit disrespected, to be honest with you. There was a rumour going around that the club wanted to go in a different direction with their coach, and 2006 obviously was a centenary year.
Yep.
So it was built
big year for the club.
Built up to be a big year, and I sort of shied away from it a little bit, but I remember Andy Allen said to me, I want you to apply. I think he was president at the time, I can't remember, but I want you to apply. And I said, no, I feel uncomfortable with it, mate. I feel uncomfortable with the whole sort of concept in that space. I didn't want to, it got very political really quickly. And anyway, so it got to the point where I put an application in, just a written application in, and the decision was made that they're going to change coaches, and went with Richard Horgan, which again, I guess history will show that he did an exceptional job in the 4 years that he coached after that. But
how do you process it? How do you put that in another space and still contribute to the team? You've got to be.
It was a hard one for me because I was getting lots of pressure from other clubs when they heard that this had happened, and lots of offers of different things, and it was an interesting time for me. And I remember in my mind I'd made a decision that I was going to go somewhere else, which seems pretty silly. I just been coaching, and we had some success, but I'd made that decision that I was going to go somewhere else, and Michael rang me. My brother rang me out of the blue, and he was playing for Sturt at the time, and I remember it was at the backyard, I reckon, and my phone rang, and I remember Michael, and I looked at it and answered it, and he goes, "Hey, g'day, what are you doing?" I said, "Oh, no, just doing whatever." And he goes, "Now what's going on?" He thinking about going somewhere else to play footy, and I said, "Yeah, actually I am. Yeah, I really am." And he goes, "Well, I'm going to be back next year," which is in 2007. And I said, "Oh, okay. I didn't know you made that decision." He goes, "Yep, no, I'm back next year. This is my last year in Adelaide. I'd like to think that be at Tumby when I come back. And I said, mate, it's pretty tough for me here, eh? Like, I feel a little bit sideways, a little bit left out. And he said, no, I'd like you to be there, and I think you should. I think that's a good thing to do. And I said, and that was for me at the time, that was a decision made. So, and that's why I stayed.
Yeah,
that's why I stayed.
And you know, as history would suggest, you did stay in 206, and Tumby competed in the grand final, but Ram was a little bit too good that year. But 2007 comes around.
Curtis, how did he find that much space? Here comes Maggot. Can he boot the ball? He comes around on the left. Good kick by Maggot Curtis. Has that gone through? Yes, it has.
And your brother does come home, which we're very thankful for. We get some good recruits. Things seem to fall into place for Tumby. A guy by the name of Chris Prime is recruited, and you know, at the time, everybody thought Prime was, you know, probably towards the end of his career, and we didn't know how that would go. But he rocks up to the first training, and he's like he's still playing for Nord. He's like super fit. The then coach didn't know where he's going to play him. To us, it seemed pretty plain that he's a full forward. Could kick some goals in the day, and you know, that year was just awesome. You know, we get to a grand, we win undefeated, win the premiership. Primary kicks 150 goals. So we had great additions to the team. We had some great young players. You know, Jay Shannon, you know, Brian Code still at his peak. Yourself, obviously. And Primary wins the Mail Medal, and we smashed Ramblers by 15 goals, almost a record margin in the grand final. So that would have been, you know, a justifiable decision to stay around, and probably good advice from your brother that to do so, and it was a pretty awesome year.
Yeah, it's, yeah, talked about a lot, I think. Like that sort of period through there. Probably 2007 was probably close to the one of the best teams I think I've played in.
Tight tackling, it's fierce in there. Umpire will come in for another ball up. Holman goes up again, gets tapped down, misses Fitzgerald in the ruck. Balls to the boundary line. Kick comes in from Tumby Bay over the top to Curtis, who's sitting there on his own. In range, will have a shot at goal. Probably only 25, 30 metres out. He should kick this. Lining up now, heading in. Takes a poke at it, straight over the goal umpire's head. Second goal to Tumby Bay. Be 2 goal forward, a Ramblers 1 point.
It was an interesting space to be in as a player. Highly competitive, probably number one. Probably to set us apart from other teams was how competitive we were together and amongst each other with everything, like whether it's drinking at the bar or kicking goals after training or before training.
Everybody enjoyed each other's company.
Pretty full on, and you mentioned probably Chris Prime, him coming into the team. It's one of those things. I think he played his first quarter for Tumby Bay on the half-back flank, and he was running off the half-back flank. I remember I handballed to him and he's running down the wing, and I thought, God, this can't be sustainable. Like, he's 6'3" or 4" or whatever he is, and like probably
a bit like a German tank,
weighing in 120 kilos. But to his credit, he put himself at full forward, and I don't know. It's interesting. Like, he's kicked so many goals for different clubs, but to hear his accolades personally, and to say, oh, listen, I played footy with a guy, that flatters me a little bit, to be honest with you. But
in range. I think that's number 9 for Prime, and might as well drag him off. He's had a good day. Game's over, I think.
I remember him kicking his 15th, his 150th. I think I was right with him at the time, and I grabbed hold of him and he picked me up, and probably a highlight for me.
Code lets Pedler have that one, gives it straight to James again. Pick up by Michael Curtis, gives it to Jefferson, handballs it straight out. Darcy Lund fumbles it a bit, picks it up again and kicks it straight to Shannon. Shannon looks to go into goals. Prime's there again. Don't think it's quite going to get to him. Could possibly be. Is this the 150th? That's 150 for Primey. Primey's cracked the 150. And the Tumby Bay supporters are happy. They've been keeping count all season, and he's got the 150.
Just that, like the whole thing. You couldn't have scripted it any different. Like to think that you win a best and fairest, you Mail Medal, you're leading goal kicker, obviously, kicked 150 goals in a season. There's a bit of a rumour going around that I think he finished third on the ladder by himself.
Goals kicked.
Yeah, goals kicked.
Yeah.
I think he finished third.
Yeah. I don't know where those stats come from. I can't think.
Anyway, but we might have to fact check that. But he, it was one of those as a midfielder, and we had Ryan Code and myself and Michael and Jeffo and
Sammy Reid. Yeah, some great additions.
Sammy Reid. Oh yeah, Jimmy Shard. Jay Shannon. Is sort of pick who. Like the ball didn't hit the ground very often, but when you looked up, it was like pick a spot and kick it there, and Chris will just get there. And he did. He was mobile. He was quick, and I think probably one of the biggest things that I noticed. It doesn't matter where he kicked from 60 metres to 10 metres. Like just like his ability to kick a goal, kick a straight ball was unbelievable. Wind, rain, hail, whatever, it didn't make any difference. Like full confidence, and he had full confidence in us, we had full confidence in him, and yeah, it just worked. It worked really well, and yeah, I look back now and I challenge. I'd like to play that side against any side on our peninsula that year, and I think we, or maybe country South Australia, I don't know. And I think we'd be pretty competitive.
Yeah, certainly an awesome team, and roll on to 208, and Chris backs it up again with another 130 goals, wins the Mail Medal, team's undefeated, get to grand final day, and as we know, the rest is history. But I know, and we don't like to make excuses, but we were a top-heavy team, if you like. We had Jared Kemp, we had Chris, obviously, we had Sammy Reid, we had Brian Code. The game was played in the air for us, and when we rock up with 40-degree northerly winds, 40k northerly winds, and a temperature up around the 40s, sort of thinking, well, this brings us back to the level playing field a little bit with the Ramblers. But kudos to them. They win the game, and we're a bit shattered.
Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't talk about this one. Really, I really struggled with this one. Playing at home in a grand final.
At Tumby Bay, of course.
First time ever, and Tummy's never won obviously a grand final at home, and great opportunity. Probably couldn't get a better opportunity.
And also, I forget to mention that the 68 Premiership team there are watching us. So 40-year reunion for them, and the guys obviously would have wanted a win for them, and they would have wanted to see us win, but it didn't pan out that way.
I really don't know how to wrap this one up, Stevie. I remember waking up in the morning and it started to blow from the north, and I walked. I did like a morning walk, and I walked up the seafront, and I was thought, oh wow, like it's going to be a little bit different today, and got to the ground, and when people say a few words being thrown around like arrogance and complacency and those sorts of things, but
yes, the Premiership shirts are already printed and all that sort of rubbish. But
that wasn't the case at all, and we talked a lot about it and led up to it, and at least Bruiser pulled his hamstring in the prelim final, and he went forward, and at the end of the day I look back and he played an exceptional game of footy. He took his marks. We probably didn't react quick enough in regards to some defensive sort of things that we probably should have done. I wasn't great. Some guys that normally are good weren't good until later. I think we hit the front.
We did.
Quarter. and I thought to myself, like, bang, we're on here, like, we're going to go, and it didn't happen. It didn't go to script, and yeah, it's one that I'll think about and will sit like a bit of a stone with me for a long time to come.
But the beauty of football is you can always come out the next year and redemption is nice, and that's exactly what happened in 2009. We have another, I think we might have dropped a couple of games, but ultimately we finished minor premier, and we suited up against Ramblers at Lock 2009, and the game is put to bed pretty early. Chris Prime gets concussed, but comes back. You know, you can't keep a good man down. He comes back to contribute well in that grand final. Kicks 4 or 5, and you know we have a 10-goal win plus, and you know order is restored, so to speak, and you know nothing like premierships.
Yeah, that's right. There's a bit of feeling in that game for us. It was spoken about through the year, and it was obviously spoken about before the game. And I think we lost to them early that year. I remember that's the first game we played them, and it was sort of for them it was like that's the way it is, and that I think that was a bit of a spur for us. So that's it. We get up and about, and we were from then on. We were pretty much unbeatable after that. I think we were a different footy side, and it's frustrating that it took that. It's frustrating that we're in that space. On a personal note, the players that we played with through that period, close. Yeah, I feel a real connection. And
yeah, as you do with premierships.
Yeah, that's right. And even without the premiership in 2008, I think that footy side was exceptional, and probably deserved and deserves a little bit more recognition maybe than what they get. But here we are talking about it in 2025. So.
Exactly. So 2009 was, you know, the club hasn't won a premiership since then, but your career is, expands to, I think, 215, around about that timeline. At the time when you retired, 280 club games, a record for the club. So we mentioned a couple of Mail medals, best and fairest. You know, numerous trips to Mortlock Shield, EP. So you know, what a CV. And then a chance to coach comes around again, which I think was probably 2019. 2019. That's bracketed by COVID. But in total, I think you coached 5 seasons.
Yeah, in that period, yeah.
So then, and another
until now, yeah, and then
another grand final appearance as you know, coached the team to the grand final, and things had gone our way, which I think was 2023.
Yeah.
2023 at half time, you know, we're leading by a couple of goals against the mighty Yolana at Karku, and you know, we cop a couple of injuries, and you know, as we know, Yolana come out after half time, they got another gear, and ultimately they get the chocolates. But you know, that must have been pretty satisfying to coach that team, but disappointing at the same time.
Yeah, of course. Any coaching, it's a little bit different. Like you build a footy side, and you build some culture, and yeah, it took from 19 to 23 to get that, and it's a long process to get to a space where you've got the personnel, you've got the culture, you've got the understanding, where it's a very, very much a reactive space. It's like it's just it's guys playing their roles, and we came into the grand final, and listen, I had full confidence that we were going to do well, and we're going to surprise a few people. Cracking day. For me, it was. You say, oh, we did well. I'm probably disappointed. In hindsight, I probably look at it, and I'm probably a little bit disappointed with.
FERRET, how you going, mate?
Good. Appreciate you, mate. I'll talk to you soon. It's a hard one, and I say I'm disappointed. It probably sounds like I'm sour grapes, but it's not that at all. I think the boys deserve better. I think that they deserve to win that, and they deserve to steal one, because we've had one stolen for us in the past, and we've spoken about those in 2008, and it would have been nice to steal one back off someone else, and we had that opportunity, and I don't want to mention names, but we caught some injuries that were key for us, and they made a difference.
It certainly does, and kudos to you. You obviously finished your footy coaching. There might be another time for that, but now you're helping out the league. You're putting back into the footy. You're umpiring. You could be selfish, and I mean you do. You still get a chance to watch your son play, but then you're jetting off to another place on Ant Peninsula umpire like Elliston today. So that's great of you to put back in the football.
Yes, it's challenging. I don't think it's me. I do a lot of umpiring in other sports and things like that. It's okay. I'm comfortable with it, but I'm glad I can help out. I think the league's in a little bit of trouble with some umpires, and I'm glad I can help out when I can. And I hope it's well received. But we do what we do, and it's enough. It's enough.
Very good. Craig, FERRET, Curtis, thanks for your time, and you're a legend of the club.
Thank you, Stevie. I appreciate you.